What's up, YouTube? So check this out. We have a tarantula over here that is in the middle of a molt. It is a Pamphobeteus antineus. It is one of the largest Pamphobeteus species in the world. Actually, it's one of the largest tarantulas in the world. It's gonna get like pretty big, beefy, and it's super black, and I'm pretty excited to see what she's gonna look like after the molting process. And of course, tarantulas look super fresh after the molting process. And I want to say she's about 6-7 years old. She's about 7 inches or so, maybe pushing 7.5 inches, and she's gonna be a beauty. So this is the molting process. Come check it out. Look at how vulnerable she is right now in this stage. Imagine in the wild during the molting process, she's just gonna be on her back, and any predator will be able to just snatch her right up and just destroy her completely. So I have a very simple setup over here. It's a camera that's doing a time lapse, and this is gonna take about 5-6 hours or so. Maybe we might be pushing like 8 hours in the molting process. Afterwards, I'm gonna process it in Photoshop and make a time lapse. So it takes some time to molt sex a tarantula. We take out the molt, I put it on the top, so it takes some time to sex a tarantula. I take out the molt, I put it on top of the enclosure, and then I go to my microscope and I molt sex the tarantulas. So we have a whole bunch over here, and I would say it takes anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes each molt, just to be sure if it's a male or a female. We have a whole bunch of P. metallicas that need to be sexed. And over here we have a whole bunch of Monocentrupas balfouri molts. Yeah.
One eternity later.
So we just had this beautiful, beautiful tarantula molt out, and here is the ginormous molt. Check it out. It's in one piece. It's still a little wet. So we want to make sure that we do not disturb the tarantula itself. It's going to take a few days for her skeleton to get hardened, and she's not going to eat for over a week. So I want to talk a little about sexing. So when you're sexing a tarantula through a molt, that is the only way you could for sure determine the sex of the tarantula. Now, when it's a large size tarantula like this female right here, it's super easy to see the flap. You see the little flap? It's called the spermathecate right over here. So that's a clear indication that it is indeed a female, 100%. So if it was a male, it would be missing the spermathecate. Now on smaller tarantulas, it's a lot more difficult to sex. So that's why we have these microscopes that we use to sex the smaller tarantula. And it's definitely a process. It takes some time, and nobody likes doing it, but we have to. It's part of the game. So when a tarantula is in pre-molt, they look pretty dull. As you can tell from this molt, it's not very deep. The colors are not very popping, but I mean, once you go over to the newly molted tarantula, like sweet baby Jesus, she is dark. And now the moment you've all been waiting for is the time lapse of this beautiful tarantula, the Pamphobeteus antineus, and it took a total of 8 hours. 3,524 photos were taken, individually processed in the editing software, and then rendered into a video just for you, your viewing pleasures. We have this time lapse. Enjoy and comment below if you want to see more.